Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Elizibar. We are going to talk about Swamp Thing number 5. That's a hand with all 5 digits extended. Yes. See lots of hands in this book, I'm sure. The news story actually had a pretty interesting turn. And I'm going to skip right to, the part that's cool. Okay, quick. What's happening? They have that key, they do like a seance, they figure out where the key's from, and then they go there. Done. Via teleporting through a plant. Because, that's what Swamp Thing does. Oh, look, there they are, teleporting through a plant. But this is pretty good, right here. So, creepy voice. Stalking this lady. She's a scientist. She's involved somehow with the research for the Baron thing. It's not really clear at this point what's going on. Then she starts getting attacked by things. So the first is like a monster made of clothes, like the monster in the closet, right? And we get like this saw-bladed robot toy thing. We later see the significance of this, but it's pretty cool. Only thing, there's one panel. I'm going to find it real quick. I think it's on the previous page. Yeah, it's right there. That is one of the worst drawn faces I have ever seen in my life. But aside from that, I didn't mind the art too much. There's actually some pretty beautiful stuff going on, like this thing here with the fingerprint. Because they're detectiving. It's pretty well done. I dig it. If you remember the Animal Man story, the rock creature had his son and was busy eating somebody. Wife shows up with a shotgun, and God help me, I am back to not liking the art in this book. There's very few times when the art feels appropriate and looks cool. Oh, yeah, I like the face she's making right there. If you were getting probed by that critter, you'd probably be, just be making that same face. It's let's just face it. Uh, when things are like tripping out because the rock creature is like doing stuff to his mind, the art is back to like, yeah, this is pretty good. But anytime something like that is not happening, I didn't like the art in this issue. It's maybe a little too weird. Anyway, everything goes bad in this story. It's very tightly written. Hold on. There's one bit I gotta show you, just for pure cool factor. Uh, I don't think it's spoiling too much, but yeah. He's like, I can't feel the red. I can't connect any animal powers. Then suddenly, boom! All the animals are there. Now this may have unintended consequences, and if you want to find out what happens, you need to read the book. But it ends on a note of only one thing can. This is a great placement. So the last panel of this, only the Swamp Thing can save us now. That up there, see? Only the Swamp Thing can save us now. It's probably kind of blurry because I don't think the camera really focuses this close, but only the Swamp Thing can save us now. So you turn it over. What do you see? Boom! Oh, that's good timing. That's a good layout. I think that's why the Animal Man story is in front of the Swamp Thing story, even though Swamp Thing starts the book off, is because that. The Animal Man story is leading into Swamp Thing. I think that's a deliberate choice. I really do. There's some really cool panel layouts in this. I really like these crazy angles, like on this 2-page spread, as they're preparing. And then there's this really gorgeous thing. After they're done preparing, they step outside, and there's her little brother with all the creatures. There's a great confrontation. Alec taps into his Swamp Thing powers, and Swamp Thing stuff happens, and it's great. Uh, I skimmed some of the dialogue here. I didn't do that in the Animal Man book. The Jeff Lemire writing in Animal Man was good. This, I gotta admit, I kind of skimmed and I just took in the pictures from. And I think it read just fine, basically just looking at the pictures. Oh. Some of this stuff is cool. See how the panel dividers aren't just straight lines anymore? It's like something decaying through the paper for the rot. That is a great touch. It's awesome. The page layouts, that story are absolutely like just kind of top notch stuff. The art's fine too. I got anti complaints about this, which is funny to me. And maybe it's not funny, haha, but it's funny, hee hee, just a little bit. But I didn't really like the art. Yeah, I didn't, or not the art. I didn't really like the Swamp Thing story. Like for what, 3 issues, and then like the kid showed up and it got good. Like pretty sure that's how that went. Uh, totally got good. Totally got good. Crazy stuff is happening. We'll just put this here. Oh, look at that. That's a teaser. It's all coming true. We're in the forest. There's butterflies. Something's happening there. What's happening doesn't really matter. The Shadow Pact story. Woo, woo. There's I don't understand. This doesn't flow directly from the previous issue at all. The previous issue was like a day in the life of the Blue Devil, and this one is just like we've skipped forward a year, because they were gone for a year, and it's basically just a whole lot of catching up with people's antics. He's kind of cute. I like that look. That's genuine happiness there. It's really well rendered happiness. There's reporters trying to interview Detective Chimp, the dog. Like, there's just lots of great stuff in this, but at the same time, none of it really left all that much of a lasting impression on me. It's like, so we've got all these, C-list, D-list characters in the Shadow Pact, and you don't really care about any of them or know about them really. They're just kind of there, and here's what their life looks like a year later. Oh, look, he lost his apartment. Oh, look, the shop he would hang out is closed. Oh, look, somebody else is running the bar. Oh, look, somebody's parents are still dead. Like, I don't care. There's a little bit of action in the story, and the writing is pretty good. The writing was pretty enjoyable, but I ultimately could not bring myself to really care about what was going on in that issue because it's just kind of obviously filler. Now it is kind of leading into they introduce like who the new villain is going to be and all that kind of stuff, and that's like cool. You're setting this up, but the rest of the book is just like we are going to now de-press, and it was not really good. So Swamp Thing number 5, 4.99. Pretty good stuff, man. Like 3 out of 4 of the stories in this. The new one was pretty good. The Animal Man thing, I wasn't digging the art, but the story was still pretty good. And then the new 52 Swamp Thing, like those were all like yeah. And the Shadow Pact, the thing that kind of carried me through the first couple issues, kind of fell flat. That's what we got going on. I'll see you next time. Until then, bye bye.